Now that Zack Snyder's Justice League is on HBO Max, today I'll be giving you guys my spoiler-filled review, so let's get started. Welcome, movie watchers. Thank you guys for stopping by my channel. If you guys love to watch movies like I do, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming videos. Zack Snyder's Justice League is finally on HBO Max, and I'm excited to talk about all the spoilers in here. So many different things are adjusted from the 2017 Joss Whedon version. 2 extra hours are added to the movie. All the scenes that Joss Whedon filmed are cut from this movie, so a lot of things are gone, a lot of things are added, a lot of things are changed. It just feels like a completely different movie, and I was watching it, taking notes all about the different changes, and I'm excited to share my thoughts on the film with spoilers, of course. If you have not seen the movie, if you've not sat down for 4 hours and watched the movie, go check the movie out. Make sure you come back to this video after you watched it. One of the things right off the bat that I loved about the new version is the opening of this movie. We got rid of that god-awful video of Henry Cavill in his CGI upper lip. It was a terrible way to start the movie. This new version had the impact of Superman's death, what it meant to Bruce Wayne. I loved the style. It looked so cool. You got like a little continuation of Batman v Superman done in a flashy way. It looked great, but you definitely felt that impact of Superman's death within the movie. So right away, I was really captivated by the opening of this movie with the title sequence and all the cast and crew members and the way that it looked. I was hooked immediately. From there on, for pretty much the rest of the movie, we got a lot more of the characters, the Justice League members. As Bruce Wayne is building this team, we get to know them individually and together as a group. We see a lot more of Aquaman and him underwater. We see Flash in Central City and some of his powers. We see a lot more of Cyborg and his role within the Justice League and the mother boxes as well. But each character got a lot more in the movie to make it feel like a personal story. Yes, I would have loved to see an individual movie for each one of these characters leading up to Justice League, a Cyborg movie, an Aquaman movie before Justice League, a Flash movie too. I think that would have been so cool, but this movie did a good job of trying to play catch up and having some of these characters and showing some of the personal moments and who they are, and then building a team throughout the movie. The 4-hour runtime contributes to that. So I was pleasantly surprised with how much more growth and development we got for a lot of these characters, especially Cyborg, who is a standout in the movie. And I loved how he was reflecting on himself and dealing with his new abilities and who he is and his father as well. It's a really complicated story, and it was handled so well within this movie. Another big standout for me in the movie that I'm so happy turned out great was Steppenwolf. He had a different design. There's like a lot more to him, and just looks cool. It's way more intimidating. He's more vulnerable as he's getting the 3 mother boxes together, and he's talking to the new gods constantly, and he's trying to get all 3 of the mother boxes, and it feels like a big journey. And at times he's like disappointed with himself that he doesn't have the mother boxes. He wants to prove himself as well. That exploration for Steppenwolf was truly missing from the 2017 movie, and it made him a more intimidating, vulnerable, and realistic character. I loved how Steppenwolf looked in the movie, and I loved his progression throughout the movie and who he was. Became one of my favorite DCEU villains, not the 2017 one. That was completely rushed and trashed. This one was a lot better. In the scene where Steppenwolf arrives on Themyscira, it is a lot better this time around. The other one just felt really quick. This one, everybody was attacking Steppenwolf, and you seem like, oh, you're wondering, can he actually survive? It just felt longer and more complex, more grittier than the 2017 movie. And this is what a lot of the action scenes do, including this one, is that they feel more fleshed out. They are filmed better. They look great. The color scheme looks awesome. They were way more intense than I was expecting them to be. So the introduction of Steppenwolf and him arriving and getting that first mother box really set up the character very well. I honestly was expecting a little more of Darkseid. I thought he was going to be like the big villain within the movie, and we were going to see a lot of him. We were going to get a limited amount of Darkseid in the movie, which in turn made Steppenwolf a really good villain. And then, we'll see if this ever happens, but sets up a sequel so well. I felt that urgency that Darkseid is coming. We need to stop Steppenwolf from getting the 3 mother boxes. And if he does get the mother boxes, Darkseid will come and just destroy Earth. And I love that urgency and how it led to the hopefully a second movie if Warner Brothers will allow Zack Snyder to do another movie, because the setup is so good. And obviously the plans didn't fall through, and we see this portal with Darkseid there, and it's closing, and he walks away. It gives me chills wondering what Darkseid will do next. Another great part of the movie is the exploration of the mother boxes and explaining them. There's a really good scene with Diana Prince really kind of just giving us all the information we need to know about the mother boxes, and when Steppenwolf and Darkseid came to Earth many years ago, and the defenders of Earth and like the Green Lantern was in there, and Zeus and all the different characters, they all came together to stop Darkseid. That scene, as Diana Prince is narrating it and explaining the mother boxes and what they can do and what Darkseid could do, was everything that was missing from that 2017 movie. I watched that 2017 movie, and I always have a hard time understanding what a mother box is and what the purpose of Steppenwolf's job and him obtaining the mother boxes, because they cut out so much in all of the scenes explaining what a mother box is. And so this movie cleared up a lot of questions that I had, and it was so cool to see the Green Lantern in there. And when the Green Lantern fell, the ring went off and went to the next suitor, and so I thought that was really cool. And seeing some of these characters in the big action scene works so well. There's a few cameos in here. We got Jared Leto returning as the Joker. Had a couple odd lines towards the end of the movie. In a nightmare scene at the end of the film, where Bruce Wayne is with Mira, and he's also with Deathstroke, and he is teaming up with the Joker, and Ben Affleck wants to beat up the Joker, but the Joker says, "Who would give you a reach around?" Which was a surprising line from the Joker, but it's Jared Leto, what do you expect? But I really liked that moment, and what could lead into the second film. This could happen, and Mira and Deathstroke teaming up with him, and Superman comes and he has his red eyes, and you can tell that he's evil. I really like that sequence in the movie. So that's one of the cameos that we were expecting. But another one was Martian Manhunter, who had 2 scenes. One at the end when he arrives at Bruce Wayne's house. I think this is one of the scenes where Zack Snyder got some characters back together and they filmed new moments for the movie. I think this is one of them because Ben Affleck does look a little skinnier than he did as Bruce Wayne earlier in the movie. And he says that, he wants to join the team. He's kind of been lurking in the shadows, and he's ready to kind of help out. And Martian Manhunter looks really cool, and I think he's one of the coolest DC characters. So I'd love to see what they do with him down the road. There's another one in the middle of the movie where he's acting as Martha Kent, and he goes to talk to Lois Lane. That was a surprising one as well, and so I'm really happy with that. We got to see the Martian Manhunter twice in the movie. I can't wait to see if they eventually do a Justice League 2, that he will be in there as well. But one of the biggest things that I was happy with is that they got rid of Joss Whedon's moments. The race sequence at the end between Superman and Flash, and the CGI upper lip video in the beginning. There's a lot of scenes throughout the movie that are gone and are replaced with Zack Snyder's moments. And then at the end, with Zack Snyder filming new sequences, they take place of Joss Whedon's moments, which is just awesome that Zack Snyder has these opinions about Warner Brothers and Joss Whedon, and making his own movie, not anybody else's. The movie's 4 hours, and I'm sure I'm missing a lot of things about the movie that I loved, but one of the biggest things is just the vision behind it and the character growth and development for a lot of these characters and how they are all working together as a team. The color grading looks a lot better. The action scenes flow better. The stories, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of cuts and edits. It just has a nice pace and flow to the movie. The cameos from Jared Leto and the Martian Manhunter at the end, and then continuing some of the reveals at the end of Justice League with Jesse Eisenberg is in here as well. The movie just is awesome. It has a great cinematic feel to it, and Darkseid was intimidating despite only being in a few scenes. You really felt that urgency and him leading into the next movie. Steppenwolf was well-rounded throughout the movie, looked better. The action scenes looked great. There's so many things that just were improving on this movie. It just makes you wonder, why did Warner Brothers want to cut this movie so down from being 4 hours to less than 2 hours long? We don't care about runtime. Obviously, we're willing to sit for 4 hours and watch superheroes duke it out against villains. So Warner Brothers deciding to cut it down to 2 hours is just ridiculous. And Joss Whedon coming in and saying, you know, I don't like that, I want this instead. It just makes you wonder, what were they thinking? This is so much better. It's vastly different. Justice League sits at the bottom of the list of the DC movies, and Zack Snyder's Justice League sits at the top of the list. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. I know this is not like a heavy spoiler. I didn't go scene by scene because there's 4 hours. I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot of stuff about it. But those are the things that, you know, stuck to me throughout the movie and what I liked the most about the film. And I'll be watching it a couple more times. Gotta support Zack Snyder. You know, I was worried that, you know, oh, the 2017 one's not gonna. The 2017 was bad. What's gonna be really different about this one? Is it just pretty much gonna be the same thing? 4 hours, it's vastly different. It's day and night. It's completely different, and I absolutely loved it. So make sure to check out Zack Snyder's Justice League and support the film on HBO Max. I would love to see his plans for the Justice League series, see what he does. I hope that we can all come to an agreement and Zack Snyder and Warner Brothers can do another movie and make it 4 hours as well. No cuts, no edits. Just let him have control of it and just be that. And hopefully in a couple years we can get another one, but we'll see what happens with that. But right now I really love Zack Snyder's Justice League. Completely different from the 2017 movie. Just a lot of things that improved on the film. Make sure to let me know what your thoughts were on Zack Snyder's Justice League. Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Did you like some of the changes to the story, the characters, the designs, the color, the way it looked, the score? There's so many cool things with the movie. What were your thoughts on each one of those? And make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content, because I will be doing a few more Justice League videos coming this weekend, so stick around for those. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.